Welcome back to the Bristol Blues YouTube channel here from Muzzy Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader on the last of July in 2019 between the Worcester Bravehearts and the Bristol Blues. The Bristol Blues won Game 1 by a score of 12-4, but that's in the past. In the present now is Game 2, and that's what the Blues will focus on. The defense for the Bristol Blues here in Game 2 in the outfield left to right, Orzechowski, White, Miller. In the infield, Dwayne, Budzik, Maves, Bass. That's third to first. Behind the plate is Sam Loda. And on the mound for the Bristol Blues, making his first FCBL start, is the 6'3" right-hander from Post, Tyler Boisvert.
And the lineup for the Worcester Bravehearts batting first, Nicholas Martin batting second, John Thrasher batting third, Chris Rinaldi in the leadoff, or rather in the fourth spot, Ben Rice batting fifth, Ben McNeil batting sixth, Paul Kumulos batting seventh, Riley Livingston batting eighth, Tyler Becker, and batting ninth, P.J. Berry. And as you heard Matt say, Tyler Boisvert getting his first start. He is, however, 1-0 as he got his first FCBL win in a game he came in relief of Van Herbeck, who was taken out of the game because of a back injury. He is no longer with the Blues. The 6'3" senior from Post is 1-0 with a 7.87 ERA. Has pitched 8 innings, hasn't given up any runs thus far, but he had a couple bad outings, but his most recent one did pitch pretty well for the most part. 9 hits, 8 Ks, 2 walks.
Yeah, his last outing, Chris, you mentioned, came in relief. And he went 6 innings, the starter.
Scoreless. 6
shutout innings. The starter in that one, Van Herbeck, left with an injury, went 1 inning. And then Boisvert came in, went 6, 2 hits, just 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, and really shut down the Nashua Silver Knights in that one. He'll look to contain the Bravehearts here today after the Blues won Game 1. So they look to sweep the doubleheader here at Muzzy. Boisvert, it's only a 7-inning game. If you can give them 6, that for this weak bullpen for the Bristol Blues.
And you speak of that bullpen, there's only a select few that can be available and used because of what we have going forward with the games. Boisvert's ready. First pitch is high, 1-0 to Nicholas Martin, batting .247, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. Now, the players used in relief, we have Dylan Reynolds and Pfaffenbichler. That's the 2 players in the bullpen. Fastball in, Burr strike down the middle, 1-1, because cannot empty out the bullpen when you have games on Thursday, Friday, and again on Sunday.
Buddy Dwayne also can pitch if need be.
The 1-1. High fly ball, but foul, 1-2. Looking at the FCBL standings, the Blues are half a game out of first, currently in second place. They're 1 loss behind or ahead, however you want to view it. 28-22. The Brockton Rocks, 28 wins and 23 losses. There are 2 games ahead for the Suns. The Worcester Bravehearts, 2.5 games. Nashua, 5. Little 1-2 to Martin. Curveball, fouled off.
I would have caught that had there been no net.
Game 1 was won by the Blues, 12-4. First win for Jagger Duquette in his first FCBL appearance. Came in relief of Peyton Stevens. The 1-2. Curveball, high, 2-2. Two offering from Boisvert. Fastball high and in, 3-2. Well, the first game was supposed to start at 3 o'clock, but because of what was a rain shower for about 15-20 minutes, the game was kind of pushed a little bit to about 5 o'clock. But an excellent job by the grounds crew to be able to take care of this field. Martin trying to find any way to get on here. Bravehearts scored 3 runs in the first inning of Game 1. 3-0. Off the end of the bat, and that will drop. Leadoff single for the Bravehearts. And John Thrasher at the plate now hit a home run in the 5th inning of Game 1. For his second home run of the season, his 13th RBI.
He also walked and singled in Game 1. So a good day thus far for Thrasher. He'll look to keep it going here in Game 2.
As you said, 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Boisvert first time going from the stretch. Runner stays. Curveball's inside, 1-0. We've seen that a lot, except for Duquette. The breaking ball has not been there for a lot of batters, and the command kind of wavers. Martin staying 1-0. Fastball high 2-0. The first inning is always the toughest for starting pitchers to try to find what they have, what they don't have, and get used to the conditions here, as boys were having to pitch a little bit later than usual. 8:17. First pitch was after 8 o'clock. Lotus setting up for the breaking ball. 2-0. Nope, gets the fastball instead. 2-1. Chris Rinaldi's on deck. Rice on double deck.
Chris, you mentioned the post 8 o'clock start. 8:14 to be exact. I personally think those should not be allowed in the FCBL, but here we are.
Did not think we were going to play either game today, but we got game 1 in. And game 2 is underway with pending rain coming. The 2-1. Martin's going. Pitch is fouled back. 2-2. As I look at a couple New Britain Bees fans wearing the shirts and the hats. How about that?
Interesting.
Boisvert holds. Runner stays. 2-2. Curveball. Past. Boisvert. Maves. Over to first. Not in time. No, yes, they will. DP. 4 unassisted for Kyle Maves. And just like that, there's nobody on base. I got underneath the glove of Boisvert, but Maves was right there to be able to get one at second. And then a nice stretch play from Bass for 2. And the leadoff single is erased with Chris Rinaldi at the plate now. He was 0 for 4 with a run in game 1.
As the home plate umpire into the Bravehearts dugout saying that's enough, maybe somebody chirping about that call. It was a close play at first.
First pitch to Rinaldi. Breaking ball in, 0-1. You know what? I think that's a good job by the home plate umpire. You squash it now, the beginning of the game, so that way they know where they stand. Don't want to have that fester throughout the game. The 0-1. 1-1.
Yeah, very important that the umpire controls the game on both sides.
The 1-1. Foul back, 1-2.
Chris, would you have caught that had there been no netting?
100%.
Doubt it.
Wow.
Yale would have caught it.
No confidence in me. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, you haven't played.
I just played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you're a pitcher.
So what?
Balls don't come at you like that.
Doesn't matter. 1-2. Curveball inside again. Boisvert has only been able to throw that pitch consistently a couple times for strikes. You seeing anything out of maybe the delivery, kind of finishing off a little bit more towards first base?
Yeah, he looks a little uncomfortable. You know, the mound taking a beating today, especially with the rain. You know, all the grounds crew work had to be done on it.
2-2, sent in towards right. Miller will be there to make the catch, and the side will be retired. F9 in the book. And because of the double play off the bat of Thrasher, turned by Mays for a 4 unassisted. Nobody was left on base. No runs on 1 hit that was erased. No errors and nobody on. We hit to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, the Bristol Blues will be coming up to bat here after keeping the Bravehearts scoreless in the top. Defense for the Hearts, left, center, right, Barry, Thrasher, Rinaldi in the infield. Kumalos at first, McNeil at second, Becker at short, Martin at third, Livingston behind the plate, and on the bump, it'll be number 35, Jack Moynihan.
Lineup for the Bristol Blues here in Game 2. Just like in Game 1, the center fielder Austin White will lead off. John Orzechowski, the left fielder, bats second. Brandon Miller, MVP candidate, right fielder, bats third. Kyle Maves in the lineup Game 2 after missing Game 1. The second baseman will bat cleanup. Buddy Dwayne, the third baseman, also a bullpen option for the Blues this evening, bats fifth. Sam Loda will be behind the plate this evening. He bats sixth. Rounding out the bottom third of the order, Casey Bass, the lumberjack, homered yesterday on the road, is in at first base, batting seventh. Will Reiner will DH in the 8-hole. And rounding out the Blues lineup, the shortstop UNH product, Noah Budzik.
Moynihan 0-0 with a 4.97 ERA. Has pitched 12 and 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 18 hits, 12 Ks, and 3 walks. 6'1" freshman, 205 pounds, will be going to Siena College. And he has a tough fight to begin this Game 2 between the Bravehearts and the Blues, as Austin White will be stepping up to the plate now, and his average is back over 300 at 301. First pitch is high, 1-0.
Second pitch of the at-bat, high and out yet again, 2-0. And Austin White, also an MVP candidate, announced by the Futures League earlier today in the middle of Game 1. Him and Brandon Miller, the two MVP candidates from the Bristol Blues. So congratulations to both these men.
Moynihan's 2-0 pitch, 2-1.
The Pitcher of the Year nominees also announced, and a little, might call it a snub, Mark Fiello not listed.
2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Mark Fiello, the Blues ace right now, 6-0 with a 1.53 ERA on the year in 7 starts. Just unbelievable that he is not a candidate.
Austin White was 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored in Game 1. But he's retired here in Game 2 to lead off the bottom of the first. Moynihan gets the backwards K, his first one tonight.
It was a ball.
And John Orzechowski will be getting his first at-bats here in Game 2.
Sat out Game 1. Beal was in left. Orzechowski in left this evening for Game 2. So Beal on the bench for now. Maybe use him later in the game if need be.
First pitch to Orzechowski, a liner right to third. And Martin makes the defensive play. 2 down as Moynihan points to the glove, or his glove, at Martin saying, "Thanks, brother."
And that'll bring up Brandon Miller, MVP candidate, as we've mentioned, announced by the Future League earlier. He homered just after that was announced on the year. Brandon Miller, a .355 hitter, 6 long balls, 8 doubles, 39 RBIs.
White takes a pitch for a ball low, 1-0. He was 3 for 5. Brandon Miller with a run, 6 RBIs, and his 6th home run, as it was a shot to right off of the former NVO pitcher Cole Chidoba. The 1-0, way outside, 2-0. Jack Moynihan from Massachusetts, as I said, 205 pounds, will be going to Siena College. The 2-0, 3-0. Moynihan having to fight back here against Miller. Fires in the heater, 3-1. Now, tomorrow the Blues will stay here as they'll be playing against the Pittsfield Suns and then back home on Sunday for the regular season finale versus North Shore. 3-1. Chopper over to first. Kumlos makes the play, will tag the base himself for the final out. A 1-2-3 inning for Jack Moynihan. We head to the top of the second. No score here for Muzzy Field. Top of the second, Rice, McNeil, and Kumulos made them get on Livingston. 1-2-3 inning for Moynihan. Boisvert's first pitch is high to Rice. Rice in game one was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Boisvert on for his second inning of work with the Blues. 1-0. Check swing. Loda will check. And he didn't go. 2-0. As we said, the last appearance for Boisvert went 6 innings, did not give up a run in his first FCBL win here in 2019. The 2-0. 2-1. Crowd got a little bit bigger here for game two, although first pitch was at 8:15. Or a little bit before or after 8 o'clock. 3-1 is the count. Pitch was high. Chris Saunders alongside Matt Pollock, Jack O'Donnell, and Connor. Right here on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel.
My official start time, 8:14.
Thank you. So I was off by like a minute. The 3-1. 3-2. Second 3-2 count for Boisvert through an inning plus. With the Blues winning game one, they're 28-22. The Hearts 26-24. 2.5 games back at first. 3-2, swing and a miss. First K for Boisvert. And Ben McNeil coming up to the plate with one down, getting his first at bat here tonight. Did not play in game one.
Standings in the Futures League coming into game two. Right now, current standings. North Shore Navigators sit atop. They're 29-22. The Bristol Blues can go into a tie for first place with a win. They will both be 29-22 if the Blues win game two here. They're a half game back as of right now. Pitch right down the middle, called for a strike. In third place, the Brockton Rocks are a game back. The Pittsfield Suns are 2 back. Worcester, 2.5 back. And then Nashua, 5 back. Now Westfield at the bottom, 13.5 back.
0-1, curveball, 0-2.
So, Chris, it looks like you can almost, unless Nashua wins out and everything goes in their favor, they're basically locked into the 6th spot. Maybe they can creep into the 5 spot.
0-2. Back-to-back Ks for Boisvert, this time looking. 2 down.
Nice pitch by Boisvert there. But to finish my point, You can almost pencil in Nashua for the 6th spot. That's fair to say, right?
I would say so because we only have 3 games left. At least we do, the Blues.
So you give Nashua the 6th spot, and then 1 through 5 is 2.5 games. But if the Blues win, they'll be in first. Then they get Pittsfield, who right now is 2 back. They'd be 2.5 back of the Blues if they win this one.
Cumulos, the home run derby champion in 2019, takes a strike 0-1.
And if the Blues win tomorrow against Pittsfield, that gives them an extra game on them. Bristol controls their destiny at this point. If they win out, they will be a top 2 seed, if not the top.
The 0-1? 1-1. Or, this is playing devil's advocate, win 3 out of 4. They can win here in game 2, and then they can win 2 out of the next 3, because you know they're going to at least have one game where something won't do well.
Well, they have 4 games left because they do have 1 road game.
Well, I counted this plus the 3. If you win 3 out of 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm dumb.
No, you're not. 1-2. What was dumb is you thinking that, because you are a smart person.
Math is hard.
It's okay. I was not very good at math my first year. I had a D in math up until like the last month of school.
Be better, Chris.
But I did a lot of extra credit, and I busted my tail, and I got a C+.
Stay in school, kids. That's a very touching story. You got all the way up to a C+.
1-2. Outside 2-2. What the moral of the story is, do extra credit, listen to your teacher, and just work.
Never give up.
Exactly.
Should take my own advice.
Boys were looking for the back-to-back K. 0-2. Foul the back. Last time we saw Cumulos here at historic Muzzy Field, he was going 5 for 7, I think it was.
I'll double check.
Matt will double check as he does that. Cumulos will step back in the box here. Wearing number 29, the home run derby champ of the 2019 FCBL season. The 2-2. 3-2.
All right. Last time Cumulos was here, RBI single, triple, single, hit by pitch, strikeout.
A lot of hits.
5 for 6. On base 6 times.
Not too bad. 3-2. Cumulos pops it up. Loaded will take off the mask, but that foul ball will be out of play. Still be 3-2. Boys were his first two Ks here in the top of the second of Rice and McNeil. Cumulos with a 3-2 count coming. 3-2 pitch coming, I should say. Livingston is on deck here if Cumulos finds a way to get on. Payoff pitch. Curveball. Called strike 3. And Boisver gets 3 Ks. 2. And then 1 swinging, 2 looking. And Cumulos can't believe it. Bottom of the second, Maves, Dwayne, and Loda. Made them get on Bass.
Chris, something interesting in the Futures League this evening. Starfire's player Danny Crossan attempting to play all 9 positions in 9 innings tonight. He's got 6 done.
Moyhan's first pitch to Maves. Called strikeout after the play, 0-1. That would be something. I know Westfield has not had a great season, but that would be pretty good. It would, for Crossan to be able to accomplish that, even better.
In the first he played first in the second, then he went to second in the third, then he went over to third, and then he went to the outfield in the sixth. So he skipped shortstop.
0-1 to the right side. And underneath the glove of McNeil. Second base being a house of horrors for the Bravehearts. An error here in the second.
Hey, Chris, if I remember correctly, Crossan is a shortstop, right?
He is, but remember, he was playing center field.
That is true. Maybe they're saving his natural position of shortstop for last.
Because he's from northeastern, I think? Western. It's north something.
Northeastern, you were right.
Northeastern, okay. So, northeastern it is. And speaking of north, Buddy DeWayne wants to send this ball north a long mile. Just a bit high, and Buddy DeWayne falls down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, he did cover shortstop. It just wasn't tweeted by the Futures League. But the Starfires haven't noted that he has played first, second, third, short, and left. Or I just missed it. That's a strong possibility.
1-0 to DeWayne. Sends that one towards left. It's a liner coming in. Diving is Barry, and they're going to say he caught it. The left fielder didn't make a good jump at first. Kind of went back, then came forward. And a hard liner off the bat of Buddy DeWayne goes without a hit.
If anybody's wondering how the score of that one is going, North Shore has a 13-2 lead.
So, what you're saying is North Shore is probably not going to lose.
Never say never.
And you said Fox was a pitcher of the year from Westfield, right? 0-1 to Loda.
A pitcher of the year candidate.
From Westfield, correct?
Yes, is that where he's from?
I don't think we've seen him pitch here.
We haven't. He did set the FCBL record for most strikeouts in a season, though.
Wish we could have seen that.
Let me pull it up. From Westfield, he goes to Emerson. 9 starts, 11 games.
The 0-1. And a cross-up with Livingston. I think Livingston was expecting the breaking ball, got the fastball, and that is scary, not knowing what's coming.
Yeah, Jack Fox, 74 strikeouts. He's from Los Angeles, California. Chris, it is the 1-year anniversary of the Pittsburgh Pirates ruining their organization, trading for Chris Archer.
Yeah, and they gave up Shane Baz, Tyler Glasnow, and Austin Meadows.
Meadows just kills the Yankees.
Dodgers call up top prospect Dustin May. Make his first start on Friday.
You and your prospects. Is he from the NESCAC?
It's on Bleacher Report. And no, he's probably not. I wish he was, though. The 1-1 coming to Loda. Maves holds. Cued towards first. Kumulis tags first on to second. The tag. And he's out. 1-6 goes in the book. A 3 unassisted. Tags first and then gets the out at second base. Maves will be out. 7, 8, 9. Boisvert back on for his third inning of work. First pitch high, 1-0. Livingston, Becker, and Barry. 21 strikes, 14 balls for Boisvert. The 1-0. 2-0. Boisvert with the rock and deals. 2-1. Blues will be playing against the Suns tomorrow, on the road Friday, off day on Saturday, and then their regular season finale on Sunday against North Shore.
I need an off day.
2-1. 2-2. And that North Shore game, depending on what happens with this game tomorrow and Friday, there could be multiple ways in which the Blues will go about that game on Sunday. I know they want to make sure their pitching is set for whichever game they end up playing. And Fiella will be that number one going. As you said, he's been great all year. And the curveball hits the leadoff batter, Livingston. So the string of Ks is done with.
And Chris, do you know if the one-game playoffs are played on Monday or Tuesday?
They would be played the first day, so it would be the 5th. Yes.
Monday?
Yes.
And then do the three-game series start Tuesday, or is there an off day in between?
I'm pretty sure they start like right after. I could be wrong. I'd have to double check.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure it's the day after. Boisvert going from the stretch again for the second time. Did back in the first. Runner stays. Fastball inside for a called strike. 0-1. Becker in game one went 0 for 3 with an RBI. Livingston, the catcher, staying on at first. 0-1. Pulled shot through the 3-4 hole, and that was a screamer. As the second hit for the Bravehearts comes in, first and second, nobody out.
Hear the base runner Livingston there. That kind of woke you up.
I think it woke a lot of people up. It's been a long day here. You know, a lot of us have been at the ballpark since 12, 1, 2 o'clock. So
4:30.
4:30 for Matt.
No, 3:45. 3:45.
P.J. Barry at the plate now with the runners on first and second. Nobody out. Barry attempts the bunt. Decides not to, but it's a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Another curveball outside, but call the ball 1-0. We're 1-1. Nicholas Martin is on deck. The 1-1. The hammer again, but outside and low. 2-1 is the count.
And there's some kid in the crowd with plastic clapping hands. And I am not here for it.
The 2-1. 3-1. And Boisvert's one pitch away from loading the bases.
Still nobody out here in the third. We've seen goose eggs through 2. Bravehearts looking to change that here in the third.
The 3-1. Ball 4. Bases will be loaded. And Sam Lodo will go out to talk with Boisvert.
Settle his pitcher down. Boisvert coming off a great outing. Really got to limit the damage here. The 7-inning game. We're already in the third, so really a 5-inning game. So you got 15 outs to work with. But you also have 15 outs to get.
Martin singled up to middle to lead off this game in the first. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. Bases full of Bravehearts here in the third. The 1-0. 1-1. Martin can't believe it. He thought it was a ball.
Hey, man, some of us have bedtimes.
Livingston at third, Becker at second, Barry on at first. 1-1 count for Martin. Nice block by Loda, 2-1. Navs leading 14 to 3 over Westfield. The 2-1. 2-2. Malgeri and Calero both hit home runs for North Shore.
But do they have a player playing all 9 positions?
Probably not. 2-2 to Martin. Slapped and through the 3-4 hole. That'll score 1. And the Bravehearts will stay at that. Nice throw from Miller and right to keep the runner at third. Becker will advance to third. Barry to second. Martin with the RBI. That'll be his 13th of the season. It's 1-0 Bravehearts. Scoring on the play was Livingston.
An update on Danny Crossan. He's in center. All he's got to do is play right and pitch.
I wonder if he's excited to pitch.
Now, they have to be the home team, right, to make sure they had all 9 defensive innings, right?
Yes. Up the middle, trying to turn two. Boisvert flicks it over the head of Maves. They won't get it. So instead of getting 1, they'll get none. And the bases will still be loaded. Becker scores. Barry to third. Martin to second. Thrasher to first.
And I wonder if they'll give Budzik an error or just a fielder's choice. I'd go fielder's choice, and they're going to give an E6.
So not an RBI for Thrasher.
Tough error there, I think, for Budzik.
Rinaldi at the plate. He flew out to end the first. Takes the curveball high, 1-0. As we said, the bullpen for the Blues is light. It is Buddy Dwayne, Dylan Reynolds, and Tim Pfaffenbickler. Hard to win 2 games in a doubleheader. Blues won the first, but down here in game 2, 2-0 with nobody out. Oh, I don't know about that one. A 2-0 count, but it looked like Rinaldi, his bat came full and through home plate. That's surprising.
That's a call the home plate umpire can make himself.
Austin White in center field trying to cheer on his pitcher, Tyler Boisvert. 2-0. Foul back, 2-1. The 2-1. Popped up behind the press box, 2-2.
Chris, you want to know what the worst part about all this is?
What?
I still got a 30-minute drive home. I'm about to leave my car here in Uber. And I'll have somebody bring me to the game tomorrow, and I'll get it done.
3-2. Sent in towards left. Going back is Orzechowski. He'll make the catch. Runner from third is tagging. And the ball will be cut off by Budzik. A sac fly for Rinaldi, his 8th RBI. Scoring from third is Barry. It's 3-0 Bravehearts. And Ben Rice, who struck out to lead off the second, is at the play now with only 1 out. Rice came into game 2 hitting .434, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. And right after the plate strike, 1-1 on the fastball. Ben Rice will be a sophomore at Dartmouth College. He's from Massachusetts, 6'1", 185. Left-handed hitter wearing number 16. Was the catcher in game 1. The 1-1. Curveball 1-2. Nice breaker from Boisvert.
Chris, we've mentioned it. Thin bullpen for the Bristol Blues. Boisvert 3 allowed here in the third. His pitch count continuing to rise already at 60 pitches. So Blues are going to have to find outs elsewhere.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ben Rice goes down for the second time via the K. And there's 2 down.
Boisvert owes him a thank you for chasing that one.
And Ben McNeil at the plate now with 2 outs. But you're right. Boisvert, I mean, the pitch count, if they can try to extend them to 5, see where the game is at that point, and then go from there. But the pitch count continues to rise for Boisvert. Thankfully, it's only a 7-inning game, so they don't have to extend too much. Runners are going. Pitch high. Lotus throw to third. And a scoop play from Dwayne as both runners will be safe. And Dwayne kept what could have been an error on Loda and allowed Martin to steal, or rather get from third to score.
Good pitch to throw on there. I know it's hard to throw to third base when there's a righty up. But high and in, Loda had to come out of the crouch anyways.
Second and third. 1-0 count. 2-0. To McNeil. Fouls it back. 2-1. Three runs on 2 hits thus far for the Bravehearts. Livingston, Becker, and Barry all came around to score as to lead off the game. Hit by pitch, single, walk. The 2-1. 2-2. And Boisvert finding command with that curveball in this inning. Two. Goes back to the well again, this time high, 3-2. Kumalos is on deck. And that is somebody you don't want to have come up to the plate with the bases loaded, or with any guys on, to be exact. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Boisvert with the K. He has 5 tonight as McNeil goes down for the second time. But the Bravehearts do get 3 runs on 2 hits, and they strand 2 runners on. Bravehearts get 3 runs in their half, and now the Blues trying to cut down the deficit here. They'll have 7, 8, 9. Bass, Reiner, and Noah Budzik. Casey Bass had a home run against the Brockton Rocks. Last night, he takes a big hack, but comes up empty, 0-1.
We have yet to see the Lumberjack in an in-game homer here at Muzzy.
Have seen him in the home run derby, though. Tries to go the opposite way, but pops it up towards third. Martin will be there to make the catch. 1 down. And Will Reiner stepping up with 1 out, batting .230, if I wrote that right. Can't even read my handwriting. .230 correct with 12 RBIs. Ended last night's game on a backpack, something we've seen before. A classic Will Reiner play behind the plate. Does have speed for a catcher and hits left-handed, a rarity. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Moynihan, he keeps going that way to the backdoor side of the plate. Reiner will go that way. He does have a couple of doubles on the season. 1-0. There he goes to the opposite way, slicing, Barry towards the track, still back, and makes the play for the second out. Quickly 2 down for Moynihan. And if you want to go back to the double play, 4 retired in a row for Moynihan. And Noah Budzik at the plate now with 2 outs. Takes a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. As Moynihan and Budzik both stepping off at the same time to regroup here. 9:01 here in Bristol. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-2 count on Noah Budzik, the UNH product. Budzik batting .192 with 4 RBIs. A late season arrival, but here nonetheless. Budzik choking up. 1-2. Pops it up. Left center. Becker going back, and it'll be the center fielder Thrasher who makes the play. For the third and final out. Second 1-2-3 inning for Moynihan. Top of the fourth, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kumalos, Livingston, and Becker. Boys were with 5 strikeouts, but has given up a couple runs. Struck out Kumlos his last time. Fires in a strike. Gets him to dance off a little bit off the plate. 1-0. The line for Boisvert thus far. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. The 1-0. Swing and a miss from Kumulos. 1-1.
Healthy cut there from the Derby champ.
Kumulos, a 6'1", 210 right-handed hitter from St. Leo University, going to his sophomore year, and he's from Florida. The 1-1. Same result, but Kumulos couldn't do anything with it. 1-2. Another 1-2. That time, call the ball. 2-2 is the count.
9:05 local time here in Bristol, Connecticut. Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Worcester Bravehearts and the Bristol Blues.
The 2-2. 3-2.
Blues took game 1 by a score of 12-4. Game 2 in the top of the 4th, the Bravehearts leading this one 3-0, but they did have a 3-0 lead in game 1 at one point.
And that was in the first inning before the Bravehearts, or rather the Blues, came back in the bottom. Payoff pitch. Kumulos pops it up. Maves, Bass, Miller. It'll be Maves near right field foul line. And makes the play with the help of Miller, kind of directing him on where to go. 1 down here in the 4th. And Livingston, who was hit by a pitch to kind of bring the rally a little bit for the Bravehearts and score a couple runs in the 3rd. Boisvert fires into strike, 0-1. We 0-1. 0-2. Take away that one bad inning by Boisvert, and he's pitched pretty well. Even in that bad inning, quote unquote, had a couple Ks. 0-2, set, fires. Curveball, outside, and fouled.
Give it a dive.
.45 strikes, 31 balls for Boisvert. The 0-2, 1-2. Boisvert shakes off the first, agrees with Loda on the second pitch, the 1-2. And that pitch was high, 2-2. In the infield, Dwayne at third, Budzik at short, Maves at second, Bass at first, behind the plate, Loda in the outfield, Orzechowski in left, White in center, and Miller at right field. Boisvert in for his 4th inning of work here. 2-2. Back to Boisvert. Hey, here we go. And gets the out at first, 1-3. And who said pitchers aren't athletes? And with 2 down, Tyler Becker, who was able to get a missile to right field through the 3-4 hole between Bass and Maves, is at the plate now with 2 outs.
Yeah, you mentioned the absolute screamer his last time up.
Woke up Livingston.
Woke me up. Just kidding, I'm still asleep.
First pitch is high, 1-0. And it looks like somebody is warming up in the bullpen. Can't tell exactly who.
My guess would be Pfaffenbickler.
I honestly have no idea. 1-0. Fouled. It looks like Shane Bogley is throwing, which is interesting. The 1-1. 1-2.
That might just be some bullpen work. He is getting the start tomorrow, according
That's
to manager
true.
Ronnie Palmer.
That is true. Probably just trying to get some light work. No, he's from Westfield State, if I recall, if I looked at it right. 1-2. Loda blocks it in front, 2-2. Now, we were able to figure out who's pitching tomorrow, or at least potentially tomorrow.
Bogley.
No, but I'm saying we were able to find that out.
Oh, yeah, manager Ronnie Palmer.
2-2, up the middle. There's Budzik behind the bag. And they get the out at first. Nice defensive play from Noah Budzik. And the side will be retired. A 1-2-3 inning, the second one for Boisvert. And he keeps the Bravehearts at 3. Austin White, John Orzechowski, and Brendan Miller at the plate here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-0, the bad guys, the Worcester Bravehearts. White sees the first pitch fastball high, 1-0. Moynihan has pitched really well for the Bravehearts and completely different pitcher than what happened for almost every pitcher that came out of the bullpen for the Bravehearts in Game 1. 3 innings, has 1 strikeout, but no hits allowed. So right now, he's pitching to a no-hitter / perfect game. Actually, correction, just a perfect game.
Nope, he allowed a base runner on the error.
Oh, you're right. So, sorry, no-hitter. 2-0. 2-1. And we saw a pitcher of ours, Matt Shane, 4 2/3 was throwing a no-hitter.
Yeah, 4 and he was losing for about 3 innings of that.
And not because of him either. Pitch. 2-2. And someone, a Blues fan, said, no, 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 no. But the umpire said, yes.
I am here for it. That's how time is called. It's past my bedtime. I'll be better tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know, 9 innings seems like a lot tomorrow. I gotta wake up early for work.
How early?
I get up 7:15ish.
Okay, not bad.
But by the time I get home tonight,
The 2-2. 3-2.
like my air isn't on, so I gotta cool my room down.
But you're living your best life.
Yeah, a few more burgers or something, but.
Say a few more burgers. 3-2. Call strike 3. Austin White down. Both Ks on Austin White. And Moynihan continues to stay without giving up a hit. Warzachowski pulls the bunt, decides not to. 1-0. The 1-0. Warzachowski towards right. Rinaldi. Foul territory, makes the catch for the second out. And Brandon Miller, who ended the first on a 3 unassisted, we have to play now. Bowling 1 is the count on Miller. The 0-1. Fouled off 0-2.
Update from Westfield. Danny Crossan has played every position except pitcher, and he will be pitching the 9th inning for the Starfires.
Moynihan waiting. Gets the sign from Livingston. Swing and a miss. Third K for the right-hander from the Worcester Bravehearts and carries the no-hitter through 4. Nine then top. Barry, Martin, and Thrasher. Fade them, get on Rinaldi. 0-1 is the count on Barry. 2 runners left on base for the Bravehearts thus far through 4+ innings. The 0-1. 1-1. The 1-1. Over to third, but foul. And Jack Moynihan, who's going to Siena College so far with a no-hitter through 4.
In Westfield, the Navigators lead 14-5 going to the 9th.
1-2. Fought off towards first. Casey Bass gets under his glove. Barry wants to go 2. The throw won't come in. And that will go down as an error, I would think, against Casey Bass, and it will. And Nicholas Martin at the plate now. Curveball high, 1-0 on Martin. The 1-0. Fastball dots the outer half of the plate as Boisvert lost his hat. 1-1 after that pitch.
And Danny Crossan is going into pitch in Westfield.
I wish they had a broadcast so we could see that.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's planned, but that's still a cool feat.
Oh, it's very cool. 1-1. Loda blocks it, keeps it in front, 2-1. The 2-1. Low 3-1. The 3-1. 3-2. And I just saw the Futures League tweeted that Crossan has played all 9 positions, as they took video of it, actually, for the Westfield Starfires. 3-2 pitch. Over to short. Budzik fields. Smooth actions and gets the speedy runner of Martin out. Advancing to third is Barry. And John Thrasher will be up with 1 down. Thrasher 0 for 2 thus far. 0-1. Curveball to the front door side of the plate. Chris Rinaldi is on deck. Infield's in. Bass, Maves, Budzik, and Dwayne. The 0-1. 0-2.
Good pitch there from Boisvert. Bravehearts have not really swung at the breaking ball on the outside part of the plate either game.
The 0-2. Cole strike 3. 3 consecutive strikes. Thrasher down. 6 Ks for Boisvert.
That's what I like to call good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Rinaldi up with 2 outs. Boisvert's kept the game close for the Blues, but their offense has been completely shut down. No hits thus far for the Blues. First pitch is high, 1-0. Looked to have been the curveball that didn't have that downward tilt. 1-0. 1-1. Boys were really kind of dotting that fastball to the glove side, and he's done that against lefties when they've been in the box too. Seems to be more comfortable throwing that fastball to the glove side rather than the arm side, at least tonight. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Keegan Calero has hit for the cycle. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can, because you're a truthful person, and you just said it.
The 1-2. High fly ball on the left. Orzechowski near the wall at the track. He leaps and makes the play at the wall. What a job from the left fielder, John Orzechowski. He keeps the Bravehearts at 3. Four, five, six. Maves, Dwayne, and Loda. So far, a no-hitter going for Jack Moynihan. First pitch is high, 1-0. Moynihan has retired the side in order in every inning but the second, in which an error occurred. Other than that, it's been picture perfect for the right-hander going to Siena College in the fall. Moynihan seems to be in a groove. 2-0. Foul back, 2-1. Has kept a stifling offense of the Blues silent here in Game 2. Two one, slicing towards left. Barry going back, and he's right there to make the catch. Muddy Dwayne with one out. Dwayne 0 for 1. This only being a 7-inning game. And the way it's going, very well could only have 2 at-bats for the bottom half of the order. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up. He'll stay in the infield near the dirt, and it'll be the shortstop Becker that makes the catch. Quickly 2 down on 3 pitches. First pitch outside, 1-0. Casey Bass is on deck. Blues looking for their first hit. 1-0. 1-1. The 1-1. Drops in the hammer, 1-2. One, two. Loaded in chase, 2-2.
Loda grounded out the first, his first time up.
Eerily quiet here at Muzzy Field, 2-2. Loda fouls it back, we'll do it again. Two. Ooh, call the ball. I was about to say strike 3, but the home plate umpire says, nope, come back, boys. It's 3-2.
All 9 Bravehearts started to walk off the field.
Strike zone being a little different than it was at the beginning of the game, that's for sure. 3-2. Loda fouls it back. Now, how about that? Imagine if Loda gets a hit here. I wonder if Moynihan will go back to the home plate umpire and say, that's on you. Remember, Matt Shane did that. And then the Suns came back. So I don't think the Blues would be too mad if that happened.
Yeah, one call could change the whole ball game.
Payout pitch. Ball 4, and Loda gets on. First runner to reach since the second inning when the Bravehearts committed an error. And the Lumberjack does have the ability to be able to do either hit a home run or just hit the ball hard in general. But he popped up to lead off the third. Takes a pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Bass from the University of Wisconsin Stout. Home plate umpire says to the Blues dugout, that was a strike. The 0-1. 1-1. Looks like Dylan Reynolds is ready to go in the Blues bullpen. He will be coming out to relieve Tyler Boisvert, who will exit after 101 pitches through 5 innings.
He gave the Blues 5, and yeah, that's all you can ask for, really. It's not his fault they don't have any bullpen arms.
Not just that, the team can't hit right now. 1-1. Chopper over to second. McNeil fields it on to first. And Moynihan has no-hit the Blues through 5.
first pitch from the new Blues pitcher is lined into center field for a base hit off the bat of the designated hitter, Ben Rice. The new pitcher for the Bristol Blues is Dylan Reynolds. Yes, that Dylan Reynolds, the one you're used to playing first base and batting cleanup.
And Boisvert's day went 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 6 Ks, and 1 walk. Another good performance from Boisvert, but it's hard to, when the opposing pitcher hasn't given up a hit, it typically is hard to be able to keep it at a 0-0 game.
All right, McNeil, who takes a pitch down the middle for a strike, 0-1. This is Reynolds' 5th appearance on the bump. He has a 1.80 ERA. He has 5 innings pitched, only 1 strikeout. He's walked 2 and given up 5 hits. Pitch in the dirt. Good block by Loda. McNeil has 2 Ks, 1 looking, 1 swinging. I believe all that's left is 1 swinging and then a 2-3 putout. As umpire is going to say he went around, I'm assuming, I didn't think it was a called strike. Nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count now. McNeil, strike away from getting the hat trick. Reynolds sets and deals. Flown into right center field. White on the move, Miller on the move. It'll be Miller making the catch in the gap. He went along, and he didn't catch it. White, and I thought Brandon Miller had caught that ball. It got down. White had to field it and get it in. And I think even Austin White thought he caught it for a second because it looked like White wasn't really getting to that ball any kind of a hurry. But nonetheless, it's a double. And now the Bravehearts have 2 on, nobody out.
5th hit for the Bravehearts, 3-5 and 1. 0-0 and 2 for the Blues.
Infield comes in, first pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Infield in, Dwayne at third, Budzik at short, Maves at second, Casey Bass at first. Dylan Reynolds on the mound. That pitch popped up. Will Bass have room? Loda runs over, and it will get out of play.
Bass took 2 steps and was like, nope, that's not going to happen.
It's like yesterday for the Legion game, Noggy Legion. They have a big first baseman. There was one going into right field foul territory. He turns around, takes 1 step, and then decides, no, I'm not getting there.
He's a big boy.
He's got a good swing, though.
He was 2 inches away from a home run. That could have, won the game, tied the game? No, won the game.
Well, giving us the lead in the top of the 7th as Reynolds made Kumulos looking silly there. Reynolds has 1 strikeout on the year, looking to make it 2. And this is a name brand. You're striking out if he can get it done. The home run derby champ, Paul Kumulos. The 1-2 pitch. Low and out. Good block by Loda. Two-two pitch from Reynolds. On the ground into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Second run is being held at third. Miller comes up throwing. He's got a good arm. Bass will cut it off. And the Bravehearts add another. It is 4-0 here at Muzzy Field. That'll bring up the catcher, Riley Livingston. Paul Kumulos with a single there, RBI. McNeil moves to third. Coming to score is Rice. Livingston was hit by a pitch in the third that started the scoring. He scored first. Then he grounded back to Boisvert in the fourth, facing Reynolds for the first time here today. Missing in is Reynolds. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Chop foul. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Popped. Foul territory right side. Bass moving over. Will he have room? He will. Making the play up against the fence over there down the first base line. Just having room to make that play. A big out. First one got by Dylan Reynolds here in the 6th inning. One away. Runner still in the corners. I'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Becker. First pitch to Becker is low and out for a ball as Dylan Reynolds continuing to fall behind hitters here in the 6th inning. Obviously, Dylan Reynolds known for his infield abilities. Good bat. Hitting over 300 on the year is that pitch. High and in. Reynolds down on the count. 2-0. Comes sets. Deals. Delivers a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Reynolds a ground ball. Getting out of this. Delivers the 2-1. And that is lined to Buddy Dwayne, who leaps and makes the catch. Throw to first, and it's a double play. Getting off the bag a little too far was Kumlos at first. Buddy Dwayne using that big build, 6'4", reaching up and making the play. And just like that, the Blues escape the inning. They give up 1 on 3 hits, no errors. And because of the double play, just 1 man left. The Blues still hitless. We head to the bottom of the 6th. They got 6 outs to break it up. Will they do it? We'll be back here from Muzzy.
Reiner, Budzik, and White. Made them get on. Orzechowski. Blues no hit through 5. Jack Moyhan, 5 innings, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Has faced the minimum 16. Well, 1 above the minimum at 16. First pitch to Reiner. It is high, 1-0. Whole lot of zeros put up by the Bravehearts here, except the one big one, the error that they committed to keep what was a potential perfect game at one point. 1-1. Now, the last no-hitter was back on May 30th, a combined one for the Bravehearts. So if they were to throw one here, it would be the second no-hitter this season.
All right, Chris, after this pitch, let me propose a question.
1-1. Chopper over to first. Nice play from McNeil. They field, 1 down. What is your question?
So that no-hitter on May 30th was a combined no-no, correct?
Correct.
What's more impressive, a combined no-no through 9 or a singular one-person no-no through 7?
I would say combined because you have multiple pitchers going in a 9-inning game, so you have those 2 extra innings, and then you have 3 guys coming out of the bullpen, and you're taking a chance that those guys will be on the top of their game and not leave, 1 pitch over the middle of the plate, as Noah Budzik fouls a pitch off 0-1. So I would say a combino.
I would take the 7 innings by 1. I think
Really?
that's a little more impressive, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, hey, you know what? That's your opinion. You're wrong, but that's your opinion.
Wow. Very uncalled for and rude.
I'm just joking with you. The 0-1. Budzik slices that one towards left. Barry will be right there. Takes a couple steps to the arm side. 2 down.
So here comes Austin White. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, looking very un-Austin White-like.
Austin White at the plate with 2 outs. Blues still hitless. Moynihan has been on the top of his game, commanding everything. Every pitch has been working. First pitch to White. Fires a strike in, 0-1. If White was not to get a hit, Moynihan will face Orzechowski, Miller, and Maves. The 0-1. 0-2. White down, has struck out twice against Moynihan, and now he steps off.
As our press box did not like that call.
White has looked uncomfortable here in game 2. Has struck out twice. The 0-2. Takes pitch outside, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another K for Moynihan. And he has no-hit the Blues through 6.
And we're back for the 7th. New pitcher for the Blues from the University of Connecticut, Tim Pfaffenbichler, making his 8th appearance. Thrown 5 innings, has 7 Ks. Also 12 walks, though. His last appearance coming July 23rd. He went an inning, struck out 1, did walk 3, so the walks have been the problem all year for him as he misses low right on cue. And the lineup for the Bravehearts, 9, then top Barry, Martin, Thresher. Any of those 3 reach, it will be Rinaldi. Pfaffenbichler looking to hold the Bravehearts right where they're at. They're up 4-0 in this one. 4-6-1, leading 0 a big 0 and 2 for the Blues. 2-0 count on Barry. Pfaffenbichler looks in for the sign. Jiggles the ball in his right hand. A little interesting. He delivers the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. 2-1 now. 9:50 local time here in Bristol, Connecticut, Muzzy Field. Game 2 of this doubleheader. The Blues won Game 1 12-4. Bravehearts looking to split. Blues will need a rally to sweep it in the bottom of the 7th. Doubleheader, 7-inning games in the FCBL. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off yet again, 2-2. The Blues have been no hit through 6. So you almost wonder if a long inning here would be bad for the Bravehearts because their pitcher's been in such a rhythm, you kind of just want to get him back out there as Pfaffenbichler. Missing high and tight. It's now run the count full 3-2. Pfaffenbichler sets, delivers the payoff pitch. Just misses low. And he walks the 9-hitter to begin the 7th. Barry's 3rd time on base tonight. 2nd walk also reached on an error. That'll bring up Nicholas Martin, the 3rd baseman. He singled, then had an RBI single, then grounded out to the shortstop Budzik. Barry leads off first. Pfaffenbichler nods the head 6 or 7 times, then delivers the pitch, missing low and in, 1-0. Barry, about a 4-step lead off. Pfaffenbichler looks home. Long set, deals. Barry's going, pitch in the dirt. Barry will get to second easily. For the second batter in a row, Pfaffenbichler has fallen behind 2-0. Looks at Barry on second. High leg kick. Missing low and in. 3-0 now. According to manager Ronnie Palmer before this game, Buddy Dwayne's the only bullpen arm left. So Pfaffenbichler is going to have to find a way to get outs here. 3-0 pitch. Called for a strike. 3-1. The 3-1 from Pfaffenbichler gets a swing and a miss from Martin. Running the count full, 3-2. Second straight 3-2 count for Pfaffenbichler. Looks into Loda for the signs, jiggling the ball in the right hand. The payoff pitch from Pfaffenbichler. Chop up the third baseline, called foul. Pfaffenbichler. Payoff pitch once again. And that'll hit Martin. So now there's 2 on and nobody out. It's been a long day here at Muzzy Field, folks. Pfaffenbickler delivers pitch called for a strike. Thrasher was showing bunt, pulled back. Looked like a good pitch to bunt from up here. The 0-1 pitch from Pfaffenbickler. Low 1-1. Boisvert started and went 5. Reynolds pitched the 6th. Now Tim Pfaffenbickler in for the 7th. He's walked the leadoff man, then hit the next man. And now he's down in the count 2-1 as that one gets away a wild pitch. And the Reynolds will move to 2nd and 3rd, respectively. As the infield for the Blues is back, they'll trade the run for the out. The pitch fouled off 2-2. As Danny Roth is jogging to the bullpen. Times are rough here at Muzzy Field for the Bristol Blues. 2-2 from Pfaffenbickler. Chopped to short. Budzik fields. Throw on to first. In time. So an RBI ground out for a Thrasher. Blues will take the out for the run. It's 5-0 Bravehearts, but there's one away here in the 7th. That'll bring up Chris Rinaldi. Flew out to right. Sack fly RBI to left and another fly out to left in his 3 at-bats thus far. Pitch misses in for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Chop foul up third base line, 1-1. As I wonder at what point would you use Danny Roth here in the 7th. Obviously, you hope Pfaffenbickler can get the 3 outs needed to advance this game to the bottom of the 7th. But he sets, delivers the 1-1. Call the strike, 1-2, and I think this is the first time Pfaffenbickler has been ahead in that count. Gets a sign. Sets for the 1-2. Missing out. Good take by Rinaldi. 2-2 now. Count 2-2 now. Top of the 7th here at Muzzy. The pitch. On the outside corner. Called. Strike 3. Rinaldi goes down looking as he does not like the call. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Ben Rice. Struck out his first 2 at-bats, singled, and came around to score in his last at-bat. Pfaffenbickler, his first K of the evening. Matt Pollock alongside Chris Saunders, Jack O'Donnell manning the computer, Connor on the camera. Pitch from Pfaffenbickler. Line to second. Short hop Maves Fields. Throws to first. In time. And Pfaffenbickler gets through the 7th with just 1 run allowed. So the Bravehearts get 1 run on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Can the Blues get a hit? Find out here on the Bristol Blues YouTube channel.
2, 3, 4. Orzechowski, Miller, Mays. If any of them get on, Dwayne. I don't know why I've been saying that because nobody's been getting on.
They've had 2 base runners.
It's been a long game, too, ladies and gentlemen. First pitch strike, 0-1. And I have to give credit to Moynihan. He's been keeping this team off balance.
Done a great job mixing pitches
He really has.
all night long.
He's 3 outs away from a no-hitter. The 0-1. Here we go. Any way to get on. Hit by pitch.
Well, that's a hit by pitch.
Good thing the perfect game wasn't something they were searching for.
Yeah, that's been gone since the 2nd inning.
You think Brandon Miller will break this up? If there's one guy in this half inning that you could pick, it doesn't have to be Miller. I'm just thinking because he's up right now. Our PA announcer, John Woods, thinks it's Kyle Maves. He was wrong about Austin White, so.
Game 2, it just seems like Brandon Miller's been trying to do too much.
Trying to pull, maybe?
Yeah.
A little too pull happy.
Maybe he'll relax a little. It looks like he's choked.
So he's at the first pitch, slicing towards left center. And Barry will be there to make the catch. And the Bravehearts are 2 outs away from the win. And Moynihan, 2 outs away from a no-hitter.
You know what? He's going to be 1 out away, and Buddy Dwayne is going to get a single up the middle.
Kyle Maves, John Woods, our PA announcer, as I said, thinks he will get a hit. I'm sure all the Blues fans are hoping for that.
Well, right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Casey Bass is the tying run.
That's thinking with the glass half full attitude. I like that.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Maves was at the first pitch. Fouls it back, 0-1. Maves flew out to left, back in his last at-bat in the 5th. Moynihan with the 0-1 pitch coming to Maves. Fouls it back again, 0-2. The last no-hitter thrown was back in May 30th, a combined no-hitter for the Worcester Bravehearts.
And Chris, Trevor Bauer got traded. He watched the Indians game from the stand today.
Are you serious? The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Watch the Indians game, you said?
Yep.
No way. Let me see that. Did he really? He is a different cat, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's built differently.
He really is. But you know what? I like it. Beats to his own drum. The 1-2. Another foul ball. Watch your lips.
Those are your teammates over there, Kyle. Be careful.
You can't afford any more injuries.
Ain't that the truth?
Now, tomorrow the Blues will play against the Suns. Shane Bogley, as Ronnie Palmer told my partner, Matt Polick, he will be on the bump. That will be a 9-inning game.
7 o'clock start, hopefully.
The 1-2. Over to third. They bobble it, and they won't be able to turn anything. First and second. 1 out.
E5 there is. That's Rinaldi over there at third. They made a switch. They switched Martin and Rinaldi, the third baseman and right fielder, coming into this inning.
And that will not be a hit, but an error. So the no-hitter is still intact for Moynihan.
All right, I called. I said, Buddy Dwayne up the middle for a single.
Imagine that.
Don't let me down, buddy.
I don't know if they can turn 2 on that because of the speed of Maves, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to predict the future on there, but still.
Might be a mental thing now for Moynihan.
Buddy Dwayne calls time. Sam Loda is on deck. Dwayne at the plate now. Swings and decides not to swing, actually. 1-0. Dwayne 0 for 2. First and second, 1 out. Warzachowski at second, Maves on at first. Pitch inside, 2-0. I don't think the manager, Alex Dion, would take out Moynihan. There's nobody warming up. This is his game. Even if he gives up a hit, still his game. They have a 5-0 lead.
Chris, you ever come close to a no-no?
Yeah, I called a women's softball no-hitter once. 2-0. Actually, funny story.
Not what I meant, but okay.
3-0 is the count. It was the same situation as this. A doubleheader, a 7-inning game. How crazy is that?
Ha ha, so funny, Chris. I meant, have you ever come close to pitching a no-no, but okay.
Oh, no shot. I wasn't that good. 3-0. 3-1. I mean, I've come in relief and pitched like 5 or 6 no-hit innings, but never a start. I don't know. There's something.
Did you start in high school, or were you always a bullpen guy?
Always a bullpen guy. I started my freshman year, and then after that, no more.
You were just that bad, huh?
No, I just, 2 pitches. 2 seam and used to have a changeup. 3-1. Over to the right side. Kumalos will throw it to second for 1. On to first. And they can't make it. Scoring from third is Orzechowski. They'll get the out of Maves. And the Blues will be on the board. Third error for the Bravehearts. It's 5-1, but the Blues are still being no-hit. And Dwayne reaches on at first. No RBI for Buddy Dwayne.
So Dwayne will reach on the fielder's choice. 3-6 at second. Maves is out. Orzechowski advanced to third on the play. Then the error by the shortstop Becker is how he scores. So still no hits in that equation, and it is up to Sam Loda.
Sam Loda, the central product. First pitch to Loda. Doesn't go. Home plate umpire will say he went 0-1.
Interesting goal.
And this Bravehearts dugout is ready to explode. They want to see Jack Moynihan throw the no-hitter and have the second one for the Bravehearts this season. The 0-1, Dwayne's going. He'll be defensive indifference. But 2 strikes on Loda. I wonder if the players are shaking, knowing what's about to happen, potentially. The 0-2. Cold strike 3. And Jack Moynihan throws the no-hitter. He retired all except for a couple batters over the minimum. Jack Moynihan throws the second no-hitter for the Worcester Bravehearts. The first one thrown May 30th. And that was a combined no-no. The second one thrown by Jack Moynihan, number 35.
Wow. That's the first no-hitter I've seen on a big diamond. My team got a perfect game thrown against them in Little League.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's the first no-hitter I've seen on the big diamond.
Any final words, Matt?
Blues split the doubleheader. It didn't look like we were getting any baseball in. We got 2 in. I mean, the Blues, you control your own destiny. You got to win 3 of 4, if not 4 of 4, to get a top 2 seed and get a bye. Obviously, that's what you want, and they're very capable of doing that. It's just a matter of if the pitching can hold up.
Blues win game 1. They lose game 2. They're back here tomorrow against the Suns. Make sure to catch us here tomorrow as the Pittsfield, even worse. Bristol Blues take on the Pittsfield Suns starting at 7 p.m. Pregame at 6:55. For Matt Pollock, I'm Chris Saunders. So long, everyone.